What if everything you've ever known is just a speck lost in an endless cosmic ocean? We start on Earth, our home, but this journey quickly spirals outward into distances so vast that they almost stop making sense. Earth, our tiny beginning. And it all starts here, not out there, not in some distant galaxy, right here on Earth. From space, none of the things we care about exist. No borders, no cities, no noise. Just a small blue dot, floating. Everything you've ever known, every person, every story, every moment, happened on that one dot. That's it. There's nowhere else to go if something happens to it. And yeah, when you really sit with that, it's a bit unsettling. All the things we stress over, fight over, build our lives around. It's all happening on something that looks fragile, not powerful, not important, just small. But Earth is just the beginning. So let's take our first step outward towards the moon, journey to the moon, and then we leave. The moon feels close. You see it all the time, but it's not. About 384,000 kilometers away. If you tried driving there at highway speed, you'd be on that road for months. No brakes, no stops. And when you finally get there, something changes. You turn back, and Earth doesn't look like home anymore. It looks tiny, quiet, like it could disappear if you blink. And that's the moment it hits. If everything we've ever known looks that small from here, what does that actually make us? And yet, as far as this feels, we're still incredibly close to home. After the moon, let's go further to the sun. The sun, our lifeline. Then it gets bigger, way bigger. The sun sits about 150 million kilometers away. Sounds like a number until you try to feel it. Light, moving faster than anything, still takes over 8 minutes to reach us. 8 minutes. A plane? It would take almost 20 years to get there. And yet every morning, sunlight just shows up like it's nothing. That's the weird part. Something so far away controls everything here. Without it, no life, no warmth, nothing. And still, this is just our local space. But even this distance is nothing compared to what comes next. Next, we push beyond Earth's orbit to Mars. Mars, the red neighbor. Then there's Mars. People call it our neighbor, but that word doesn't really fit. At best, it's 54 million kilometers away. At worst, over 400 million. That's not next door. That's space. Even moving fast, you're talking decades just to get there. And it's not even standing still. Neither are we. Everything's moving, constantly. So reaching Mars isn't just about distance, it's timing, precision, getting it exactly right. And that's why every mission feels like a gamble. Because it kinda is. And even now, we're still just inside our own neighborhood. So let's go all the way to the edge. Neptune. Neptune, edge of the solar system. And just when you think you've gone far enough, you haven't. Neptune sits nearly 4.5 billion kilometers away. At that distance, numbers stop meaning anything. Sunlight takes over 4 hours to reach it. The same light you feel instantly here takes hours out there. And the sun? It doesn't feel like the center anymore, just another star. That's when it starts to sink in. Everything we've talked about so far is still just a small part of something way bigger. But humanity didn't stop there. We actually sensed something beyond all of this. Voyager. Voyager 1 and pale blue dot. And then, this part hits differently, because we actually sent something out there. Voyager 1, launched in 1977, still moving, still out there, over 22 billion kilometers away now. Just imagine that, a machine built by humans, drifting alone in space. And then in 1990, something happened. It turned around, took one last photo of Earth, and what did it capture? Not a planet, just a tiny dot in a beam of light. That's us, every person, every moment, all of it, in that dot. And it's hard not to feel something when you see it. And yet, even this unimaginable distance is still not the end. To understand where our solar system truly ends, we have to go further. Oort cloud and heliopause. So where does our solar system actually end? Far beyond Neptune is the Oort cloud. a sphere of icy objects surrounding our solar system. It stretches up to 100,000 units, nearly 1.9 light-years away. That's not just distance, that's a boundary. Somewhere there is the heliopause, where the sun's solar wind finally loses its strength, stopped by the pressure of interstellar space. It's the line where our sun's influence ends. Think about that for a second. Everything we've ever known, every planet, every orbit, every bit of sunlight, it exists inside this bubble. Beyond it, you're in space. And once we leave our solar system, the next stop is the closest star system, Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri, nearest star system. The closest star system to us, Alpha Centauri, is about 4.4 light-years away. That's 41.3 trillion kilometers, or 276,000 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. It sounds close in terms, but for us, it might well be unreachable. Take Voyager 1, for example. Moving at around 17 kilometers per second, it would take over 70,000 years just to get there. 70,000 years. That's longer than people have been around. And yet, even this nearby system is just one star among billions. So now let's zoom out to our galaxy. That's longer than human civilization itself. Milky Way galaxy and human radio bubble. And just when it feels like we've gone far enough, zoom out again. Our home, the Milky Way, stretches across about 100,000 light-years. Inside it, hundreds of billions of stars, each one possibly holding worlds of its own. Now here's the part that really sinks in. Everything humans have ever broadcast, radio, TV signals, has only traveled about 100 light-years into space. That's our radio bubble. Beyond that, silence. No one out there even knows we exist. To most of this galaxy, humanity hasn't happened yet. And even this massive galaxy is just one among billions. So what happens when we step outside it? Intergalactic space and local group. Step outside the Milky Way and you find yourself in intergalactic space, a huge empty void where galaxies drift like far-off islands. Spread over 10 million light-years, we are members of something called the local group, a collection of more than 50 galaxies. Included are the Andromeda Galaxy and our own galaxy, drifting together across space slowly. But even this cluster isn't the full picture. The scale keeps growing into something far larger. Virgo cluster, supercluster, and once again, the scale expands. The Virgo supercluster is much greater than just the local group. Holding thousands of galaxies organized into huge clusters, this gigantic edifice stretches over around 110 million light-years. Consider it. Arranged together in a configuration so big it's difficult to even imagine our whole galaxies, each with billions of stars. And somewhere within all of this, our cosmos, still a little bit. But even this enormous structure isn't the end. There's something even bigger pulling everything together. Great Attractor and Laniakea Supercluster. Beyond Virgo is the Laniakea Supercluster, a construct so huge it spans over 500 million light-years. The name truly fits. It means immense heaven. This is our actual interstellar address. Within it are countless galaxies, clusters, and superclusters, all interwoven in a large web. And at its core is something enigmatic, the Great Attractor, a region with enormous gravitational force pulling everything toward it. We can't even make it out very much. Yet we experience its draw. In all of this as well, our whole life, the Milky Way, is but a small piece in something very beyond comprehension. And now, we reach the edge of everything we can actually observe. Observable cosmos and cosmic growth. The observable universe spans around 93 billion light-years. Some areas currently travel faster than light, hence they will never be visible. Beyond what we can physically notice, we simply don't know. After everything we've seen, we're just a tiny piece in something endless, something we may never fully understand. The universe keeps expanding, hiding more than it reveals. So what do you think lies beyond what we can see? Let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe.